Okay, let's begin. Got one viewer so far. It's good. It's a good start. Okay, so Kiddo is also shilling his own Twitch here. I can see.
Okay, hello.
Bit cheeky.
Sorry, I was talking to Kiddo. He said he was a bit lost.
He's lost. Okay, God, this guy higher MMR but low IQ.
Yeah.
Can't work out where he needs to go. Anyway, he's here now. So Kiddo is a player we've not seen very much in these in-houses. I don't think he's been in a casted in-house. I think he's only been in an in-house.
No, he hasn't.
Okay, so whoa, 16
I
months.
know, it's growing.
Wow. Nearly a year and a half.
16.
That's pretty cool. All right, let's just bring in some viewers now, please.
Long time coming.
We've not had an in-house in a while because I don't cast the Wednesday one and Saturday one didn't go ahead, but good to be back doing one. Just want to keep that casting practice up, of course. Looks like the bans haven't changed since the last couple of in-houses. We've got Puck, AA, and Templar being banned. I'm expecting Winter Wyvern to be the last one, otherwise Somewhat is going to snag that, I assume.
5 seconds remaining.
You can't see us on camera, it's cheating. You're going to listen to our amazing... Pudge was banned. And there you go, Winter Wyvern immediately picked. So if you don't ban Wyvern, you know, it's coming out. It's so meta in this patch. And we're still waiting on 7.30. I think a date has been tentatively mentioned by Valve. What was it? Do you remember?
Well, the battle pass ends on next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday game.
So the patch should be out that week. So I don't know if it's like the...
Okay, so still we've got a fair bit of time on 7.29, and obviously the patch is going to be a big one because this patch has lasted a very, very long time, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen. But my expectation is Winter Wyvern's level 10 talent will disappear, the one that increases Cold Embrace heal, and they'll take away Holy Locket entirely. Or not entirely, but they'll really nerf it.
I was going to say not entirely.
Maybe they'll nerf it down somehow.
They've definitely got to do something with Templar though. Or Dragonlance, either or. Maybe like change the attack range, the Cyber attack range talent at level 10.
Yeah, put it on level 15 or 20 or something and make it longer. But I don't want to give her even more attack range. I think Dragonlance maybe is going to have its stats nerfed a bit to the base stats, which is 10 strength and I think it's 8 agi would be the base stats of that item. But coming in quick, Grimstroke, Earth Spirit, I would not like to be ganked by those two heroes. Imagine Grimstroke, Ink Swells, and Earth Spirit who then rolls into your face. You're dead, basically.
Well, I played a pub the other day with Juju and
10 seconds remaining.
Somewhat, and Juju was playing Earth Spirit and I was Grim, and I ink swelled him when he was rolling bouldering. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a long stun, a lot of damage. And Earth Spirit is a very tanky hero with some of the most mobility in the game. That from level 1, you can roll across an entire lane. So yeah, I would not want to play into that anyway. Good combo,
but
I like it.
It also gets you thinking about what are they going to pair with Grimstroke ult. You know, like, is there going to be a Doom? It wouldn't surprise me if there was a Doom coming up.
Yeah, Doom makes sense. You've got Brex, his staple hero, Elder Titan. So I think Elder Titan Winter Wyvern has some really good synergy because if Wyvern gets a good ult, then Elder Titan can remove all the armor from the hero just by standing next to them, which will make Wyvern's ult stronger. He can just get the Earth Splitter ready to go. He can get the Stomp ready to go. You can Stomp, and then Wyvern can see, oh, that was a perfect time to use my ult, walk in and ult them. You know, there's loads of synergy between those two heroes, and Brex is so strong on Elder Titan anyway. It makes sense to pick it. And they've gone immediately with a Dragon Knight ban. That's a popular hero that has some synergy with Grimstroke. But I like what you said, Doom. Doom is a good one to get rid of with Grimstroke. I think that might be the strongest ult combo. Maybe.
10 seconds
I know Lich is up there, but you won't pick Lich with Earth Spirit and Grimstroke, so...
5 seconds
because that's both supports picked, really, I think.
Yeah.
As with Radiant.
I mean, Earth Spirit had a...
Brex is pause 3 AD Elder Titan, then...
Yeah, I don't know. Brex has played Elder Titan in all the roles that are main for Elder Titan. That's 3, 4, and 5. But I feel like he prefers 3 because he wants to get that Echo Saber, the phase boots. He wants to start punching people. He doesn't just want to be relegated to a support. But if he is, he does very well even as a support. So he'll still probably buy phase boots. I know that's a popular choice for him.
Entire team ban.
Didn't second phase have 4 bans? Is Kiddo just trolling, or is this a real question? I can't quite work it out.
Real question. I think it's a real question.
No, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, phase 2 does have 4 bans. Yeah, it does. I mean, I can almost swear I just played ESL and I remember second phase. It does have 4 bans. As in
5 seconds remaining.
It's 3 bans. Oh, it is 3 bans. No, you're right. No, you've tricked. He convinced me. He convinced me. I swear. I literally was like, oh, it's obviously 4. No, it's 3. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I've been shown to be crazy too. I actually just was convinced it was 4 for some reason. No, it's 3 bans. It's 3 bans. Yeah. Anyway, it's usually 6 cores, and that's exactly what's happened. Dragon Knight, Juggernaut, and Wraith King. And then Medusa, Void Spirit, which is an interesting one. But I think, is it Kiddo?
They're against Kiddo.
Bandit, Shadow Fiend as well.
TA, SF, and Void Spirit are the 3 main heroes that Kiddo.
Right, so they've just got rid of Kiddo. They know he's a high rank play. He's 1200 Immortal, probably 2000 or 1500 MMR, above the next player in the in-house. So.
So I'm just trying to think now, like, who else Kiddo plays?
Well, if you are a 1k Immortal-ish, 1 to 1.5k Immortal player, you are going to be comfortable on loads of heroes, not just 1, 2, or 3. So he must have loads of heroes.
Yeah, but he's the most comfortable on them 3.
Well, ban them then. Makes sense. They're going to go with Timbersaw. There's only 1 strength hero on the Radiant team, but Winter Wyvern easily chopped to pieces by Timbersaw. Although Winter Wyvern can take a lot of Timbersaw's HP away with that percentage Arctic Burn attack. So yeah, I don't know about Timber yet. It's an aggressive combo to go with Grimstroke. Grimstroke, Timber Lane, Inkswell, Timber Chain, loads of damage. Chakram on your head while you're stunned from the Inkswell. Yeah,
that
definitely.
is true. But maybe it will also make Radiant think about not picking heroes that are quite weak against Timber.
Yeah, but that can force out quite a lot of heroes, and they decide to go Morphling quite early on. Morphling as well. Now, you can turn into Earth Spirit, which is always fun, because then you can roll into the enemy team, or Inkswell yourself and then waveform into the enemy. So there's a lot of fun to be had there. And we've seen Morphling actually have some success in in-houses, a little bit anyway. I know Morphling used to have a terrible win rate in in-houses, but I think it's on a little bit of a comeback. So we'll see. We'll see how the Morphling player goes. I'm not sure who will play. Is that a Kiddo thing?
Yeah, Kiddo plays Morph.
There we go. So, high rank player on the Morphling. Here
but
to
I
stomp
see
some noobs.
him play it as Pos 1 though. I think.
Pos 1, okay. So safe lane Morph carry going for, what is it? It's Rushing E-Blade or maybe a Manta style?
Yeah. It could also be Ross. I mean, like, out of the Radiant lineup, I would have thought that it would be Kiddo mid and Ross safe lane.
Yeah, potentially.
But I think them two can switch and be whatever.
That's true. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So now moving into Dire's pick. They're running out of reserve time already. 35 seconds on the clock. I hope they've thought of another core, because they are missing, we assume, the mid hero and definitely the Pos 1. So it could be a Timber mid, could even be an Earth Spirit mid if you've got a Thompson style player there. And they go.
Who else is missing?
Okay.
Ursa. Okay.
Right, so that's their Pos 1, no doubt. Can Ursa stand up to an Elder Titan, though? Maybe, but Elder Titan hits as hard as about 12 Ursa attacks in the early game. So being punched to death by Elder Titan, definitely not what Ursa wants to deal with, but maybe okay. Maybe he can power through it.
Hasn't been a Luna ban or a Drow ban. Still could be them too.
I would be worried playing Drow into Earth Spirit and Timber, because they're going to get on top of you easily, and once they're on top of you, you're not shaking them off, you know, in any way. I mean, Gust doesn't work so well against Earth Spirit because he goes, I think, behind you when he rolls and he stuns you, so that, you know, he can kick you back into your team. I would worry about being dived on Drow the whole time.
It's also PL hasn't been picked or banned either. So
PL?
I think those 3 or those are sort of like the heroes, especially carry heroes that are like being picked a lot in this meta now.
Yeah, PL could work. They've gone for Lena, which we're assuming, if we assume Elder Titan's in the Pos 3, then Lina could either be a pos 4 or could be the mid. It's definitely quite a safe pick, and it would do fairly well against Timbersaw, lots of magic damage. But Timber does have a lot of health regen, and Lina's strength is that really high 670 attack range, which she uses to continually pepper her enemies in mid. So I'm not sure how that matchup will go. They actually banned Tinker.
Yeah, why?
I guess because Morphling can maybe get one shot by him, or it's just irritating to deal with. I think Tinker's not too bad when you've got some heal on your team. Like Winter Wyvern can heal someone up to full HP if they're being harassed by the rockets. But anyway, Dire, they still need potentially a mid hero, which is going to have to lane against Lina. And luckily for the Dire, they have the last pick. They'll have time to pick their counter. Although if they assume it's Lina already, they can already be thinking about it. But what do you play? What do they need? There's so many heroes in the pool. I think some more lockdown would be good, because Timber doesn't have lockdown, Ursa doesn't have lockdown, Grimstroke's lockdown. It does have a silence. The stun relies on someone else being in the fight. Earthspirit has to roll in and connect with you in order to stun you. So
or the kick in the stone.
That's a slow kick in the stone. It's not a stun. So there's a silence that's quite easy to get. So the question is then, what hero brings a little bit of crowd control to their lineup? A little bit more, maybe a Storm Spirit. You know, someone who can go and Electric Vortex, then your team can follow up. Something like that. I could see Storm Spirit working this game. Radiant don't have a massive amount of lockdown. You know, Lina's got Light Strike Array. That's kind of it. Elder Titan can stomp you, but on Storm you have loads of time to react to that.
Yeah, true, very true.
So I would be thinking of Storm to finish off my lineup on the Dire. But not entirely sure. Radiant spending their reserve time on their last ban. They're not sure what mid hero they are most scared of, and they do go for OD in the end. Okay. Not sure what Radiant need either. Is it going to be Elder Titan support with the Morphling? I think that might be more likely, in which case they're waiting on their POS 1, and they may go for Phantom Lancer. We'll see.
Would Slark work or not?
Slark is... I guess you can hit Timbersaw a lot. Timbersaw is very tanky. The Timbersaw can damage Slark completely through the ultimate. They do ban Drow. They don't want to have to deal with Drow.
That means PL is still in the pool then.
Slark's okay. I feel like Slark doesn't do a lot to Ursa. Ursa will either straight up murder Slark, and Ursa can always enrage during the Shroud, the invisibility. So I'm not entirely sure about Slark here. I think illusions are great against Ursa. PL could work, but PL is quite squishy. But that assumes Morphling's mid. If you've got Morphling mid, you already kind of have a core, a hard carry. You don't want someone who's also quite a hard carry. Someone who does well in the early game. I wonder if you think of a Chaos Knight, or is that maybe not enough? I'm not really sure. You're gonna have to find out. They don't have long to think about it, so hopefully they've given it some consideration. 5 seconds left. 2 seconds, and they go for
a Rick.
Now that one I like. Okay, yeah, very evasive. Not a lot of Dire heroes can catch him. Can get away from Ursa, no problem. Just Blink Strike Array, Tricks of the Trades. He's invisible anyway, so quite irritating for Ursa to try and stay on top of him. They don't have lots of lockdown for him. I think Storm Spirit would now have to be careful, because if he gets stuck in a not Ghost Shroud, the smoke screen is the one I meant. So if he gets stuck in a smoke screen with Diffuser Blade, he's going to go down. And they go for Zeus.
Oh, come on.
Okay, that is opposite to what I was expecting, because Zeus is a no mobility hero, though he does have global damage. I guess he can reveal Ricky using his Lightning Bolt and Thunder God's Wrath.
That's Zeus. Well,
you also can... yeah, I don't know. I guess every player can sort of play Zeus. We don't have a lot of Zeus mains. Zeus is good against Morphling in a way. Morphling is a very low HP hero unless he morphs strength. If you catch him by surprise, you can definitely whack him with the Thunder God's Wrath. Or if he's 1 HP across the map, morphing Agi to use a salve, you just hit him with Thunder Gods to one-shot him. But I just don't know, will they have the catch for Ricky? Relying a little bit too much on the Earth Spirit for that, but maybe it won't be a problem. Should be interesting. I'm interested, to see what Ricky can do.
A Ross Ricky at that.
Yeah, true. Pretty strong win rate on the Elder Titan. Ooh, both players who were featured lost their matches, but with really good scores, which is a shame.
What does that mean for this game?
Well, good scores but lose, but they can't both lose this game, so we'll have to see.
Wonder if they're going to do the classic one team goes this way, other team goes this way.
It does happen a lot when we see these first blood plays. Nats has thrown his ward in a place that doesn't see either of the runes.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess you don't need to see the runes for the first 4 minutes anyway. It's the 6-minute rune you need to see, and by then actually the observer ward has already run out. So that does make sense now, because you know that rune 2 and rune 4 are always going to be water runes, and you don't need to see whether they're up. I didn't think about that. So he just wants the optimal high ground vision, which is important for Zeus because chain lightning only bounces in vision, arc lightning.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, let's just have a look at the heroes going into what lanes. So Brex does have the Quelling Blade, so it will be POS 3
Don't
on
forget to
Brex.
start your player cams, by the way.
That's a good point. We'll start it after this fight. First blood, we have a lot of heroes going in. Royds with the Inkswell, a little bit of damage onto Ross. Ross is going to blink strike away. Brex, he is in the middle with a lot of damage. He's ready to punch. I reckon Brex maybe should have stayed a little bit longer. But anyway, it will be a 3 bounty rune victory for the Dire. And let's start those cams. I do have the program ready to go.
Kind of surprises Lena. The Earth Spirit was about to roll, but the LSA stopped it before he could actually roll. So
LSA is one of the greatest spells in the early game. 80 damage. It's done for 1.6 seconds. Here we go. There's the Inkswell combo. But Inkswell, nice light strike array. And Inkswell, level 1, it's not a very good spell. It only stuns for 1.1 seconds maximum, which isn't really that impressive.
Whoa, Royce's health. Brex is tough.
Oh yeah, Brex is just going ham, and Royds is on Earth Spirit, a hero with the highest strength gain. Starts with 22 strength, not quite as much, but you know, Elder Titan can dismantle any hero with the bonus damage from Astral Spirit in the early game. No one is safe. They had 3 heroes in the top, but now they are going to send somewhat into the bot lane. You do have Kiddo, like you predicted, playing the POS 1 Morphling against Veteran. I think Veteran will struggle here because Ursa has very, very bad base damage. I know you get a little bit of damage from Fury Swipes, but it's still not great. Whereas Morphling, some of the highest base damage and attack speed in the game because you start with 52 Agi at level 1. That's, of course, because he has no strength.
I wonder if they switched the lanes because maybe Timber's worse off against the Morph, and maybe they're just saying that maybe Ursa can cope a bit better, even though it might be miserable for both of them.
Yeah, I just think they want to prioritize Ursa. He didn't want to play against Elder Titan as Ursa. That's what he decided. There must have been some conversation that happened. Ooh, Kiddo, just firing out those adaptive strikes. Have you seen how cheap adaptive strike is? 50 mana. 50 mana, and it does 70 damage plus up to 0.5. The 1 times your Agi. That's like a 120 damage nuke. That's insane how cheap that spell is. You just spam it. Oh no, he may actually go down. Does he have waveform? They get the first blood. It was so close. I bet he did not expect to die. One more right click. Oh, Veteran, he actually survives by salving. He has used the entire salve for no effect. But he will be fine, and he dodges the Ice Blast. Somewhat is just right clicking Wobber. Wobber does have a Fairy Fire. Actually has another Fairy Fire. Somewhat. Oh, just misses the Stroke of Fate, but what a fight that was. Morphling, Kiddo, decided to stand his ground, but he was not successful there. He may go down. Veteran, he gets hit. He does have to jump away. He has no salve now. Is it worth it? Well, you get First Blood, which is worth a good chunk of gold, 313 gold. But now Morphling, he has full reign of the lane. So maybe if I was Veteran, I probably would have just immediately TP'd back to base and started walking in. I'm not sure. It's not an easy decision to make there. Anyway, we have Ricky mid. Ricky has some of the highest health regen on any hero. So that definitely helps his ability to stand up against Zeus. And it's Nat versus Ross. Interesting mid lane combo going on there.
And whilst the stuff was happening bottom, Timber's courier died because Kinder got it. And it had a Timber's full soul ring on it as well, so...
Ooh, so now he has to wait 30 more seconds, and then it has to slowly come to him. So Jack S without it for quite some time. Jack playing nice and aggressive here in the lane. Happy to stand up against two heroes with his reactive armor. Rex, he scouts, picks up some damage. Rex has 160 bonus damage. He is slapping Jack, who does have Timber Chain. And now he's going to punch Royce. Look at the damage he does.
Oh my god!
Nearly killed him. Royce had to roll away, but the damage Brex did with just using Astral Spirit only cost 90 mana as well. Kinder now giving Jack a little right click there. But the current lane winner actually is Kiddo. He's got the most farm. Veteran struggling a bit, though he does have first blood. Both Nat and Ross doing okay in the mid lane. And Timbersaw struggling a little bit, but not too bad. Kiddo actually finds a kill on Veteran, nearly dies, but of course he's morphling, so he won't actually die. He also has 8 magic stick charges. Just morphing enough strength to survive. Somewhat, as soon as he starts Stroke of Fate, Kiddos could just cast Adaptive or Attribute Shift Strength, but someone actually missed it, unfortunately. Zeus has hit the famous level 6. He does not have enough mana for his ultimate. There was that patch a long time ago which increased the mana cost to 300 mana at level 1. But it now does 300 magic damage. For most heroes, that's like being hit by a max rank Dragon Slave on every hero at the same time. Bot lane is a bit of a fight. Somewhat is in a low position, and he will go down to the Splinter Blast. And I think Veteran isn't going to be able to find a return kill. 5 stacks onto Kiddo, but he can just morph strength whenever he wants. So Kiddo now having a much better lane. Veteran did have the first blood, but now he is struggling a bit. However, it's morphing. Oh, Thunder God's Wrath! Oh, not enough mana!
Oh my god, that's...
Thunder God's Wrath. If Nat cast it then, that would have been a kill because he morphed 100%. Actually, look at his HP. He's on 300 HP. Does he not realise that Zeus just needs to cast his ult and Kiddo will practically die from full HP? He's got to be so careful, or a rogue Thunder God's Wrath is going to get Veteran killed. Not Veteran, Kiddo. But Zeus has no mana. Nat absolutely in. He's hoping for a rune. Looks like there actually was a kill in the top lane. They managed to kill Brex. They fire a tip out on Brex.
Parving.
And then they say Parving.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, I think complaining about Parving is, well, it's Dota. You know, you have to right click more, move the pathing yourself. Sometimes it is bad though. I do know what it's like.
Yep.
Especially the courier. The courier likes to have a mind of its own. You have to control the courier manually. I always do.
Yeah, I was about to say that. The courier's got the worst pathing ever.
Ross is fairly low, but he's okay. It's pretty hard to gank for a Zeus because Zeus doesn't really have any crowd control. Zeus has a regen rune though. In fact, Thunder God's Wrath, that's going to be a kill. No, permanent invisibility. Morphling is so low on HP. Just needs someone to nuke him down a little bit, and you get killed. What's 25% reduction on Thunder God's Wrath? Taking quarter away is 225 magic damage, right? Pure damage. So if Morphling goes below 225 health, he'll just die to Thunder God's Wrath. Just got to be careful. Timber seems to still be in the mid lane. Rex is punching this Timbersaw very hard, but it's hard to actually convert the kill on Jack. Just Timber is just such a difficult hero to bring down. And of course, Brex being a strength hero suffers from Whirling Death, taking away his primary attribute. Veteran, 26 last hit to 7 minutes 30. Not doing terribly, but Morphling is having great farm. And Jack actually gets the kill.
Okay.
Wow. 2-0-0. Getting the kill onto Brex, but leaving a strength hero alone against Timbersaw is not the greatest position. Kiddo, if he morphs all agi, he can die. I'm just waiting for it to happen. You'd know it's a stream snipe if he randomly gets Thunder Gods out of nowhere. He's being careful. Look at him. He's keeping his HP just high enough to survive Thunder God's Wrath, like almost perfectly high enough. Oh, it's close though. If he morphs anymore, he might actually die. They're chasing somewhat. Turns around. Thunder God's Wrath. That's a kill. Thunder God's Wrath. Here it is. Finally happens. I was waiting for it. And Nat goes to the aid of his brother somewhat and fires out the Thunder God's Wrath. Maybe he was waiting exactly for the health to go below how much was it? 225, and he got the kill. That was almost exactly perfect. And there's a kill on the Morphling. Very, very low, Ricky. He may get the kill. No, he doesn't. He actually goes down. And now Kinder, he's in a lot of trouble too. His silence does take the silence off him, but Royd actually goes down. He gets killed by Brex's Astral Spirit. And now he's going to punch somewhat to death. Double kill for Brex. Nice rotation. We have a lot of heroes in this mid lane. Meanwhile, Jack, he's just trying to get the farm that he can. Quite good last hitting from Zeus. 61 last hits. And he has 2 kills and an assist. So it's going well for Zeus. He's already got the Arcane Boost. Opted for a full magic wand. Think he's going to rush Aether Lens?
I knew that Ross was going to die there because he was just so low. And
he did not need to go in and try and get a kill. I mean, the kill did happen. Brex came in with a nice rotation. And Ross, of course, he's already got the treads and he's trying to rush the Diffusal Blade because that's what you do in mid lane. You play a sort of ganking build. But I think we'll see Earth Diffusal too. And yep, there it is. We've already got the early Morbid Mask for Veteran, obviously used so that he can start farming. There's a massive stack being taken. Now he's going to fly straight to top net worth there. He's nearly at 5k net worth already. He's done a great job. Keen Optic for the mana regen and cast range. Absolutely beautiful. And soon he can pick up the mana regen talent from level 10. It's a shame it is so rubbish, but it would obviously be terrible. I mean, it would be OP if Zeus had more mana regen at level 10. He used to, but they kept nerfing it.
The Keen Optic will pair well with his Aether Lens as well.
Yes. I think he will rush Aether Lens. In fact...
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for it. It's definitely the best option for Zeus. It gives you that mana regen. There you go, Kiddo's going in. Turns into Earth Spirit. But he can't land any of his spells because he doesn't play Earth Spirit. So he just randomly fires bolts around. He just puts all his remnants down because why not? Inkswell's actually going to proc off him, but Kiddo doesn't care. Thunder God's Wrath is already ready again. 130-second cooldown.
Question.
Yes.
If Kiddo...
Oh, they're trying to go for Kiddo. But Royds is only level 4. He's got to be careful. He's in a lot of trouble. He's been stunned by the Light Strike Array. And now he is going to go down. Free kill for Kiddo. He secures the last hit with Adaptive Strike.
Whoops. Since Kiddo put down all the stones, can Royds kick them stones?
I don't know. If they're his, then that's great because he's got 1,000,000 stones.
Yeah.
But I'm not actually sure, to be honest. It's a good question. Ross nearly gets killed by Jack, who then tries to get a random snipe with some of his spells, but is no way near Ross. But, you know, he's not to know. However, he does already have a full Hood of Defiance, Soul Ring, and Arcane Boost. He is a force to be reckoned with, Jack. He is second on net worth. That means Dire have number 1 and number 2 on net worth. Oh, no, they don't. Kiddo has just overtaken. And he is going for a Morbid Mask, which is standard for Morbid, into Yasha. Or maybe he'll go the full Manta first, actually. Kiddo's got to be careful. Zeus is definitely out for blood, but Zeus does not have enough mana for his ultimate if he uses any more of his spells. Never mind, he had a big stick waiting to go. Kinder's here as well. They don't have the damage to kill Kiddo. They actually get the ultimate. Look at the Laguna Blade doing a lot of damage. But Nat doing a lot. Gets the bolt and kills Wobber. Rotation from Jack. Here's a level 10 Timbersaw. He's just been chilling in the offlane. Kiddo is going to be fine, but Royds, he rotates and finds Kinder's Surprise. Very exciting game. Lots of kills happening all over the place. Let's have a look at the KDAs at the moment. 0-3-5. Most deaths on Somewhat, but he's also been in 5 of the kills. So he is having a very eventful game. 3-0-2 on the Zeus. He's got the best score so far. Another regen rune, and he's actually deciding to rush Boots of Travel. I do like Boots of Travel on Zeus. It is an amazing item. Usually I find it a little bit too expensive and stops the Ags, but if you're ahead, then yeah, go for it. Zeus is a very fast hero, but why not go even faster?
Look at the Dark Lightning on the Ancients.
I mean, it's very hard to kill Ancients with magic damage because they will have 50% magic resist, but when you have a regen rune, look, he's used the entire regen rune up, and it's actually about to expire. There you go. So Nat getting a lot of gold, really comfortable top net worth, and it is annoying dealing with a Zeus who's high net worth, but do you know what I'm worried about for him? You've got Elder Titan, he'll go Aghanim Scepter, which gives you magic immunity, and Ricky and Morphling will both get BKBs, then what are you going to do? Nice veteran, he pops his ult just before he gets slept. And he is able to walk away with minimal destruction. Top lane, we have a bit of a gank on Somewhat. Ross doesn't have Diffusal yet, but still managed to kill Somewhat with ease. Jack trying to get a kill on Wobber now. Roids, he goes in, he rolls in, but then the Zeus ult comes out. I was going to say he rolled into the Winter's Curse, but Nat was ready with the Thunder God's Wrath. And that's yet another kill for him. He was level 12, so that's 400 magic damage. And it goes up to actually 600 magic damage because you can take a talent at level 20. But I think the stun talent is actually still better. Because Lightning Bolt stunning for 0.5 seconds is pretty good. Especially when you've got Nimbus. Because you can do Lightning Bolt and Nimbus. Yeah, and you can get stuck in Nimbus quite easily. Looks like we've got a lot of heroes in the top lane. 3 from the Radiant and only 2 from the Dire. But Jack is such a tanky hero. He does not care. He's going in. He's trying to put in the pain onto Kinder. But there's also Wobber who's turned up. Doesn't matter. Jack does not care. He's already managed to find a kill. But now Ross is trying to get a kill on Somewhat. Is he able to? Pretty close. He's going to back off now. He's got no charge. It's a Blink Strike. He's in a lot of trouble. He's silenced. Another roll in. But nice save from Wobber. Just healing Ross up. Do they have enough damage to kill Ross? I'm not sure they do. Oh, they do. Jack, he does so much damage. This Timbersaw absolutely dominated in game 4-0-1. But Brex is going to get a lovely stomp. If he sends his Spirit back, he actually can get a kill on Roids here. And he's going to immediately delete him. But look at Kiddo. He turns into Timbersaw, uses the Timber Chain, goes under the tower to kill Somewhat, then just goes back into Timber, chains away. This is such an eventful fight. Every single hero has basically thrown himself here, apart from Veteran, who's managed to find a little bit of farm down in the mid lane. And now he's going to go hard onto Brex. But not able to convert it into a kill just yet. It's only rank 1 Earthshock. The slow is 16%. Pretty negligible. But Jack, what a beast this Timber is. 4-0-1 on Jack and 4-0-2 on Nat. So Dire have some of the star players. Score currently 9-11.
Oh,
look at that damage on Killer, but that's what happens when you go full Agi. But they can't kill him. They don't have Thunder God's Wrath. It's coming up soon though. I think Wobber's going to go down. The range of Nat and his spells, it's just insane. That Keen Optic plus the Ether Lens. And Jack, of course, he has maxed out the Timber Chain, 1250 range. Pretty crazy. Strong plays from Dire. Really strong. Of course, Radiant are they're relying on their Riki. He now has a Diffusal Blade, so he'll be more easily able to go for some solo kills. And they have a Morphling, so they definitely have 2 strong cores on the Radiant. As well as they actually have Brex playing Elder Titan, who does a lot of right-click damage. So you've kind of got 3 right-clicking cores. Whereas Dire's team are almost all spellcasters. You know, you've got Timbersaw, you've got Zeus. The only person who does any physical damage really is Veteran, who's also finished his Diffusal Blade in time. He's actually ahead of Ross. Despite having a difficult lane, they go in. There's the Inkswell combo. Oh, we have the silence, perfectly timed silence, and the Thunder God's Wrath. Is it enough damage to kill Ross? It's so close. He's actually going to die to the Urn of Shadows. No, he's not. He's dodging a bit of damage with the Trickster, but he is still going to go down. Oh. And the Lotus Orb, already a Lotus. And in fact, that actually gets a kill. Kinder was not expecting to be Lotus Orb 16 minutes into the game, and he is taken down. They kick the stone at Wobber, but Jack does not have the mana. Now he does. There's the Chakram. Actually, enough mana for Whirling Death too. Jack disassembled his Arcane Boots and finished the Lotus Orb. That is a very quick Lotus Orb. And Kinder felt the full force of his Laguna Blade to the face. I like that. 6-0-3 Timbersaw. And that is 5-0-5. You've got 2 very dominant heroes here. But Veteran, of course, doing what he does best, farming, and now taking Roche. Easy Roche when you've got Ursa. Make the most of it. I think you give that to... I'd probably give it to Zeus, really, the Roche, but obviously they're not there. So maybe give it to Jack. He's a lot more dominant, but I guess Veteran's going to take it anyway.
I guess because they're not really, like, going on the Zeus, because he's always, like, at the back, or he's not really in the fight and stuff.
Yeah, maybe. He wasn't there anyway, but I would have still given it maybe to the Timber. Timber's a little bit more dominant, and Veteran is spending more of his time in the jungle. But maybe he's going to turn up to a fight soon and help push a tower. He's going for Blink, so Blink Diffusal. It's like sort of an assassin-style build on Ursa. Pop over power, Blink, and Diffusal your target. Beat them to death. Let's have a look at the player levels. Not seen them in a while. Zeus and Timber on the top, as expected, but Kiddo not miles behind. Royd just going in, but not going to get the connection on Kiddo. Does have the option to silence. Goes for the silence on Wobber. And the Wobber just gets immediately killed by Jack. Now we do have the stun ready on Kiddo. And we actually drop the ultimate. Look at the damage. The pure damage coming through with Jack S. That is 220 damage coming out from the Timber Chain. Of course, some more coming out from Whirling Death and Chakram. Kiddo has to be way more careful. When he sees danger, I would be whacking on that strength morph to max. Because the damage they did to him was insane. Bursted that guy to pieces. Circle drawn on the map, but it's a 9k gold lead and we're not even 20 minutes into the game. This is just the sheer dominance of the Dire. Veteran is only 1-1-0. He's barely been in any kills, but he doesn't care. He's getting all the farm that he wants. Let's have a look at the last hits and denies.
Ooh, Ag's out on Ag's on Nat now.
Ag's on Nat. So Nat's got Travels, Ether Lens, and he's got the Ag Scepter and also an Essence Ring to his name. Went for the static field talent rather than health. It's only 1.2%, which isn't much, but he feels safe. And he drops the Nimbus. That Nimbus is doing a lot of damage to Ross. He actually dropped the Thunder God's Wrath. Not quite enough damage to kill Ross, but it does reveal the rest of the team. Roids goes in. Gets immediately hit by Wobber. Nice use of the Winter's Curse. Brex, he does manage to get his ult up on 2, but looks like the Dire Heroes are still going to be able to escape. Veteran, of course, has the Aegis. But look at the level. Level 16 on Timber and Zeus. Timber is a great hero with levels. They do assassinate him though, so maybe the Aegis was worth it. Nice silence onto Ross, but he does immediately kill the Phantom. Roids, is he going to get the stun onto Ross? Not quite, rolls away, but so does Kiddo. Two heroes are completely rolling past each other. Veteran, he just pops his ult, and Kinder cannot do any damage with Laguna Blade into the Enrage. Nat will get another kill using the Nimbus. Veteran, he's in a lot of trouble here. He is finally going to go down. This is Kiddo's time to shine. Trying to get some kills. There's actually a buyback coming out from Ross because he knows the fight is so close to the tower. But that buyback has set him further behind. Is somewhat going to be able to escape. He does not have Force Staff on cooldown. And he just Brex punching him to death. But he can't actually get him. He tries. Maybe if he immediately went into the Stomp, he probably could have got the kill with it. But alas, he will not get the kill. And
Ross didn't get Jack either, so it's not really worth a buyback.
No, that's unfortunate. He's 2-4-1. He's not had the greatest game. And poor Kinder and Wobber, they're just getting assassinated everywhere they go. They did manage to bring down Veteran even after the Aegis, and that's worth something, but they've still not killed this Timber or this Zeus. And Zeus, he is fast approaching level 18. That will give his ultimate 500 magic damage. That's just so much damage.
And he's just popped an arcane rune, like...
Oh yeah, of course. He can also throw down a Nimbus on your face. So Thunder Gods for 500, and a Nimbus, which will give you a Lightning Bolt, 350 damage to the face. And he's going an Aeon Disc, actually. He's worried about being killed by Ricky, or maybe being one-shot by Shotgun Morphling. And so he's already preparing, which I think is good. They found Veteran in the top lane. They've slept him. They've silenced him. Can he get out the card in time? He does. He drops his ult. But he's still going to go down. Nat does as much damage as he can. He does have still the Arcane Rune up. He actually has the cast range. He's got to be careful. He might die to Kiddo. Yeah, Kiddo's going in. He misses the waveform. Nat, a little bit of juking. Actually dodges Brex, but then he's going to go down. Ross goes in with the Diffusal Blade. Arcane Ring not going to save you. I don't think Nat quite realised how many heroes were around. And Kiddo picks up a 7 kill streak, 700 gold, and some well-needed experience. That's really good for the Radiant. Puts it a little bit back into their favour. In fact, a little bit. It's a lot. About 4,000 gold shifted in a short period of time. And Dire, they're not sure what to do. Do they keep pushing? They found a kill. They immediately delete Brex. They know there's vision there as well. There's a little ping going out. I think, was it Brex's ping? Didn't quite see.
Yeah, I think so.
There was a ping. Ross also going for Manta style. I think they should just go BKB, because when you have BKB, you can ignore 4 out of the 5 heroes. There's only one hero who does anything through BKB on the Dire team, and it's Ursa. So you can ignore literally everyone. Right, he snipes a courier, pops the Ghost Scepter. Morphling, of course, destroying the Remnant very quickly. He turns into a Spirit, but then he collides. Is he going to go down? He's pretty close to dying. We do have Thunder God's Wrath. He's going to get deleted. There's just the power of Jack and all his pure damage. He's now maxed out the Chakram. So it's going to be doing even more damage. Trying to chase Kinder, but he won't find. Kinder's only level 10. And Jack is going higher.
No,
and
Kiddo.
Sanj.
Kinder.
Oh no, somewhat deleted by Ross. He's really struggling Is Jack in trouble? Don't think so. Maybe though. Actually, 4 heroes on him, but with no Morphling. He's just so tanky. Now he's in the river. He has a lot of health regen. He's got 44 health regen, this guy, and still a Lotus Orb if he needs it. Jack is 805. Yeah, this was quite an early Timber pick. And yeah, he's against a load of heroes who just don't have the damage to kill him. I mean, Ricky doesn't do a lot against Timber. Timber has so much armor. I guess Morphling can shotgun him, but he does have Hood of Defiance. He also has a Lotus Orb to reflect E-Blade. He went for the Spell Amp talent. I see. Wonder if he'll go for cooldown reduction or just more strength. We shall see. They've seen the Morphling. They tried to one-shot and they pop everything in Jack. The damage that he did, he even started Morphling Strength. It wasn't enough. Wobber gets a great ultimate. Holds them all in place, but it doesn't matter. Nat still had enough range to get the kill. Earthsplitter goes through, but they're still diving dire. They are not going to be stopped. And Brex, he is going to go down to Veteran, and they've seen Wobber inside the base. He might be healing himself up loads, but he is going to go down. I want to get an instant replay there because I just want to see how quickly the Morphling died.
Yes, it was very quick. And now if Dire wanted to, there's a double damage top if they wanted to take Roshan.
Watch this Morphling kill here. Everyone on the stream anyway. The Morphling, they see him, and just look how quickly they burst him. They just take him to pieces. So that's the counter to Morphling. Just have all the burst. I mean, Morphling doesn't want to buy an Aeon Disc, but it kind of feels like he might have to consider it. And look, Ross is again trying to kill his brother Roids. But Roids says, well, I'm tanky and I have a Ghost Scepter. And Ross just gets deleted yet again. Nat has Boots of Travel, so he turns up. And Jack, this 10-0-8 Timbersaw. Now he has the Kyre and Sange. That provides 16% spell amp. His spells, along with the 8% that he has from a talent. 24% spell amp. I mean, it hits hard. Hits harder, more trees are around Whirling Death, so if there's lots of trees in the vicinity, that's going to hurt. Quite a difference in player levels. We have a few heroes down at level 11 and 12, and yet we have heroes up at level 20. Zeus went for the Lightning Bolt mini-stun talent, which I think is better, especially if you're thinking about a Refresher Orb. And Timbersaw did go for the 16 strength. And he also has a Vambrace. So he is a tanky boy. Roche isn't up yet. It could respawn now. It spawned instantly. That's the earliest possible Roche spawn. It literally instantly spawned when it could.
Got a shard on it as well.
Or maybe I read the timer wrong and actually it was waiting to spawn anyway. But nevertheless, Roche is up. And yes, like you said, there is a shard. Who do we give the shard to? The Flamethrower is great for Timbersaw. I think Zeus's one is a little bit lackluster. But Veteran's one is very strong, the Ursa. But then so is Earth Spirits.
I also like Grim Shard.
That's true. I mean, everyone but Zeus has a good shard. So who do you give it to? I think giving it to Ursa is absolutely fine, because Ursa can use it to lower the cooldown of Earthshot and apply a minion rage, which is great if you're going to be stomped, for example. So yes, they do give it to Ursa. And he takes the Aegis, but the cheese belongs to Zeus. He's also got Aeon Disc. Aeon Disc and cheese. So Zeus is not a free kill. He's also quite fast, 410 move speed. Kiddo, he's just farming in the Dire jungle. But Dire E-Blade, okay. It's an important item. It allows him to pretty much get some one-shots off. But Roids is not a squishy support. Rex is only level 14. I'm surprised that he's solo level. Really struggling there. And looks like Nat, they found another kill. They kill Ross. Look at Jack, just gone inside the base. Does not care at all. Happy to just hit the tower. If he had the Flamethrower, he could actually Flamethrower the tower. It does do damage to buildings, Flamethrower. There's a Stomp. Do they follow up the Split Earth? They do not. Thunder God's Wrath was used for that kill. But there's no buyback in Kiddo. He's just trying to take a tier 1 tower, but the Dire still have the Glyph up. Radiant still have Glyph as well. Are they going to pop it? Are they waiting for the wave? Yes, they wait tactically for the wave to pop it. But I think... Oh, and a courier is going to go down. That's what happens when couriers go in. Rex, he has the BKB, so he's okay. Or it's not BKB, it's really his Aghanims, but it does provide magic immunity. But nevertheless, the tier 3 tower has gone down. But Dire, they're on the run. They're having none of it. As Nat goes back and has his Aeon Disc procced by Kiddo, who turns into Zeus. I think Kiddo's looking for a kill on that. But Nat has the cheese. I don't think this is smart. Is it? Whoa, that was a lot of damage. But the cheese, his pop, and the essence ring. And now Kiddo, he needs to leave. He's basically just being stun locked. In fact, he may go down. He's silenced for a very long time. Is he morphing strength in time? Yes, he is morphing strength. He's morphed full strength. Can he get away? He's going to try. He's going to TP out. Nobody gets bolted by Zeus. He's found. And now he's stunned yet again. He will go down. It's very hard to escape Zeus, I'm afraid. Just how it is.
Ursa just down.
Oh, true. Ursa and Jack. Veteran Jack going in. Basically, the two of them. Veteran just deletes Kinder Surprise. And Jack, he sees Wobber. He's out for blood. Massive amount of damage. Jack gets another kill. He is 11-0-10. He's now under the tower, but he does not care. He's got boot to travel. He is such a fast hero and so tanky. He has a low top if he wants to, but Veteran, he just goes straight back in, starts gnawing on Ross. And there is a buyback from Kinder. Those two heroes basically one-man armied while Kinder died. Not Kinder, Kiddo. Ross, the Thunder God's Wrath hits him, but of course, when you're in invisibility, Thunder God's Wrath does 0 damage. It just reveals you. I don't know why it does that, but that's always been the mechanic. So there you go. Another sleep just to delay them a little bit. But Dire, they've kept most of their towers up, only losing 2 tier 1s. They've still got tier 1 mid on plenty of HP. 2 roaches under their belt, 17k gold advantage. Looks like another win for the 3 at the top of the leaderboard. That's Veteran, Somewhat, and Nat. And Roids. Roids used to be high up. I don't know where he is now, actually. But yeah, they're going to secure themselves yet another victory. This Morphling, unfortunately, not had the impact of which he might have hoped. But that's just down to how well Dire played and how good their draft is. Really bursty, tons of magic damage. I'm just concerned that there's not enough BKBs. They're going on Veteran in the mid lane, but he pops the BKB. He will be okay. Has to use his charge, but it doesn't matter. If you survive, it's worth it. Kiddo has haste rune. What is he going to do? He's going to look for Royce. He's got to be careful, though. He does have Manta to get rid of the silence. He's chasing Nat, but I don't think he's got the kill. He does have E-Blade. Tries to get a kill. Projectiles following Royce. Not enough damage. Meanwhile, Kiddo's still in the haste rune, so Diffusal Blade will not stop him. He gets bolted. Look at the range of that bolt. Canceling his TP yet again. He has morphed 100% strength somewhat. The viewers underneath him. And he is once again going to go down. Jack picks up the kill. That's Kiddo. He's playing a little bit too aggro. Just trying to pick up kills when I think he's biting off more than he can chew on almost every occasion. Need to be careful, Kiddo.
Not really sure what Radiant can do, to be honest. I mean, Jack hasn't died yet. Can't really kill the Zeus if he's always at the back.
Yeah, you've made a good point.
Like, well, what can you do? Morphling tries to go elsewhere to try and get some farm. Dies. You know.
I think that's part of it. Like, Radiant have to try some risky plays because if they don't, then they're going to lose anyway. Roids just goes in, drops a sentry just out the tower end. He gets ulted. Winter's Curse. But Veteran's not doing enough damage because Ursa does not hit very hard because he doesn't apply Fury Swipes. Jack gets a kill on Kinder Surprise. And he is so far in, but he just doesn't care. He's now got a Cloak of Flames, which is an amazing item for him. They just had nothing to stop this Timbersaw. And then Nat stayed in the back, and we haven't seen a Zeus pick for a very long time, but the impact it had, I was incredibly surprised at. Brex has gone in, tries to get a kill, but somewhat he was ready with the Aeon Disc. Damage onto Kiddo. Kiddo, he's just one-shot pretty much by Jack. And that's a lot of damage. I think the GG may have to be called. The Dire just rinsing through the Radiant team. Jack, this 14-0-11 Timbersaw. He has no mana though. They have Diffusal Bladed him to death, but he's fast. He's got Boots of Travel. They don't have enough slows for him. They have the E-Blade. Full combo. He's finally going to go down. 10 times plus streak ended. Wobber picks up the kill. 912 gold for Wobber. But they have got away with the racks. Brex trying to get a kill on Veteran. It's really close. The Inkswell gets the maximum durations done. He's got Blink Dagger in 3 seconds. Can he escape? Ross is slowed. Slowed by Diffusal. Brex is trying to find him, and he will find an easy kill on Somewhat instead. But Veteran, he escapes to live another day.
Nat died as well. He tried to Yules the Morphling and then TP out, but Morphling cancelled the TP and killed him.
Okay, great. That's it's an important kill. Nearly 1,000 gold going to the way of Morphling. But there's still a massive void for the Radiant cores to try and catch up to the Dire cores. And let's have a look at the player levels. You've got Timber approaching level 25 as well.
Just like me.
So, still a long way for the Radiant to win this. They've lost their tier 3 mid and they lost their racks completely. Look how many Dire wards there are around here. So their base is not in the greatest position. They're finally recapturing their outpost. But you can see there's a massive XP deficit as well, which they're going to have to try and catch up on. Roche may respawn in 20 seconds. Dire would love to get their hands on a third Roche. Because that's a free Aghanims or Refresher Shard. And you know what hero's going to be happy with Refresher Shard.
Yeah, I bet it's going to be a Refresher Shard as well.
Zeus is going to be so happy. That's the double Thunder God's Wrath, double Nimbus. One shot that Morphling or the Ricky. And Roche is spawning in 1 minute, so it's a fairly quick spawn. Ooh, still finding those tier 3 neutral items. A few minutes time, the tier 4 neutral items will be out. Are there any unclaimed? Just having a look. There's an Orb of Destruction on the Dire team. I guess there's no one who really needs it. You've only got one physical damage hero and it's Ursa. So he's decided he'd rather have a Titan Sliver, which I guess makes sense. Bit of magic resist, free status resistance too. Going for the Abyssal Blade. 20 seconds and Dire will start to think about Roche. I think Radiant, if they have any chance of winning this game, they're going to have to interrupt the Roche. Because if they can take the Roche, even with an Aegis Snatch, that's going to put them in a great position. Maybe win one team fight around Roche, take the Aegis. Chance for them to push out, take those tier 2 towers. I mean, they've got a Morphling with an E-Blade. The damage is there. He's level 22. He's still going around with 1 strength, which I think maybe is not the greatest idea. But, you know, he's living life on the edge. So Dire know that he's there. They've seen Morphling in the mid lane. They've seen Kinder as well. Who's being chased by Spirit. And they're not interrupting Roche at all. It's just going to be a free Roche. And what does it have on? It has a full Aghanim Scepter. Who is taking the free Aghanims? Of course, Zeus already has it. That's Jack. Yeah, Jack with the free Aghanims. So now this incredibly strong, unstoppable Timbersaw has been given a double Chakram. Both Chakrams are completely identical. But of course, that's twice the damage with 2 Chakrams. And there's an Aegis. Aegis goes yet again onto Veteran. And there's another cheese for the Zeus. So if he gets burst by Morphling, he can just scoff that cheese instantly back to full HP. He's still got the Aeon Disc, of course. Yeah, Jack brandishing double Chakrams. They know he's got Ags now. Actually a smoke by Dire. That allows Nat to just stand miles away and cast his spells completely out of vision. The glyph is used. Now look, bit of damage done by Brex. But no need to fully commit. They just want to take the racks. They're starting to go on Jack. Roy's actually under the tower. There's a Nimbus. It's going to hit Kinder when he lands. Out comes the Thunder God's Wrath. Kinder is dead, but Kinder does have buyback. He better use it. Yes, he does. Veteran, he's trying to get a kill onto Brex. He's very low himself, but he does have Aegis. Yeah, that doesn't stop him. Brex being saved by the Cold Embrace. And now comes out the Winter's Curse. Unfortunately, the Guna Blade went into the Winter's Curse as well. Veteran, he's still alive. He's going to go down to the Earth Splitter. So far, not too bad. Radiant are holding their ground. But they've just lost Kiddo. Kiddo went in too far, and Kiddo has died. That is unfortunate because he does not have buyback. That's 2 minutes without your strongest hero. Not looking so good for Dire again. They have managed to take down the Aegis, but is it enough? Rossi accidentally uses both his charges of his Blink Strike. Still hasn't managed to kill Nat. Who, of course, Nat has Wind Waker. I just noticed that. Anyway, there you go. It's an item you don't see very often. And they are chasing down Brex. Brex is going to fall. And Veteran, he's going ham onto Wobber, but do they have the detection? No, they don't, so Wobber will escape. Roy's chasing him, though. But Wobber doing
a
some
little
evasive
side
maneuvers.
step.
Veteran, nice use of the Cold Embrace. Interesting that Wobber did not go for Holy Locket straight away. Went for other items first. Buyback from Winter Wyvern. But every single Dire hero is alive. Even somewhat has managed to TP back in, although he's decided to farm neutral creeps instead. Ross is alive, really desperately trying to get a kill on Nat, but Nat walks away with the Wind Waker. Veteran just takes no damage from the Laguna Blade because, of course, he had Enrage up from the Earth Shock. And therefore, he has to run away, but out comes the Nimbus. Big damage from Nat. Surprised how well he was able to save himself with the Wind Waker. You don't see that item very often, but
Yeah.
it's having a big impact. Look, he's also got an Elven Tunic. He's nearly got 500 move speed, the Zeus. That is a lot of move speed. And that's going to be the last set of racks. We're in a 40-minute game. 1 hour since the beginning of the in-house. And I think Dire can claim victory now. Are they going to all be able to TP out? Yes, they are. He went for the 100 Arc Lightning damage talent. Showing off his Wind Waker. Arc Lightning does 250 damage. On a 1.6 second cooldown.
Beautiful refresher now.
Yeah, of course.
Yikes.
I don't know, I feel like 50% spell lifesteal is a lot, but I guess he doesn't feel like he needs that stand and ground. Stand his ground and attack kind of playstyle. He just stays maximum range, doesn't take too much damage. Storm Call, that's 4 mana regen for Zeus, as well as it gives you some way to avoid a little bit more damage. Trying to chase Ross, but they can't quite find him. He does have a BKB. I think it's only a matter of time as Dire have the Mega Creeps. I don't think Radiant are particularly good at killing Mega Creeps. Morphling has to right-click them one by one. Rex doesn't really have much AoE. A little bit from the Storm. Actually does have a Cleave talent, which he's just taken.
Got it. Yeah.
You need that talent if you're going to clear these kind of creep waves. But Dire, they're inside your base. And Jack, he's starting to tank tower, starting to stack up charges. Royce takes a bit of damage, but he's okay. Bit of damage going to Kiddo. Veteran, nice Aeon Disc from Wobber. Massive magic damage coming out from Nat. Hold Embrace. Winter's Curse still ready to go. Wobber needs to turn around and use it. If he's going to die, he's going to die. There's no Winter's Curse available. Radiant are basically hiding in their base. They've used their BKBs. So they can't really do much now. No BKB, just taking so much damage. Royd comes in, gets the stun, and now Veteran's here with the stun. And that is yet another kill on Karenlyl. I think you can finally call the GG. Royd's with another kill connecting with that boulder.
Ross, buy back. One last hurrah. Go, go, go.
And Brax, he's the last hero. But Nat, of course, with the Aeon Disc. And GG is called. Too easy for RTZ, indeed. So Nat cannot be dethroned, this time playing Zeus, a hero that...
I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Timber either. Timber and Zeus, so...
Yes, I think Timber actually was the MVP of that game. Not only did he dominate his lane, but he just went around the map killing absolutely everyone. Barely died. I mean, he died once, but he was barely even close to dying. He practically was unkillable half the game. And, you know, his damage is 40,000. It's more than Morphling. You know, a third more than the Morphling, in fact. And not that far off his own Zeus. So, really excellent play. Veteran, he played the slow and steady sort of farming style. The enemy couldn't stop him. He was their insurance pick and he took the Roches no problem. So it was a good draft. And I think it worked really well against the Morphling because you see how quickly they burst him down. Deleted him in seconds.
Yeah.
With the pure damage from Timbersaw, you got the silence from Earth Spirit and from Grimstroke. And then big damage on top. So it was a good game.
Also a small update. Only about 60 megabytes.